Lesson 70, Rules for Adding Sign Numbers. This is really fun. You guys are going to enjoy this a lot. So these two are the rules for adding sign numbers. Sign numbers is what we looked at in lesson 69, that we have the positive numbers and the negative numbers. So what happens if we have to add them? Well, these are the two rules. The first one says two of the same sign. So if we have two numbers with the same sign, so two positive numbers or two negative numbers, what we're going to do is we're going to add them and keep the sign. So let's look at these two examples. 3 plus 5, 8. It's positive because both are positive. Now the other one, negative 7 plus negative 8. Both of them are negative, so we're going to put negative 15. We add the numbers and keep the sign. Now, if we have two numbers with different sign, if we have a positive and a negative, what we're going to do is subtract the numbers, and then we're going to choose the sign of the bigger number. Think about what we learned in the last lesson, that they're going to cancel each other, and whatever we have more of, that's what we're going to have left over. So let's think about these. Negative 10 plus 2. Okay, what we're going to do is subtract. So 10 minus 2 is 8. And then we're going to choose the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number is 10, so this is negative 8. Think about it with money. Let's say you have a debt of $10 with your dad, and you pay him $2. Well, you're still in the negative. You still owe him $8. So that's what's happening. Let's look at the other example. Negative 5 plus 8. Now, negative 5 plus 8 is again a positive and a negative, so we have to subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3. And then we choose the sign of the biggest number, which in this case is 8, which is positive. So that's it. Now, notice that if I rewrite these and I put 8 minus 5, that is our common subtraction, 8 minus 5. So from now on, start thinking about these numbers as positive or negative. Don't think about a subtraction. Think we're adding positives and negatives. So let's look at these examples. When we have positives and negatives, what I recommend is that we add the ones that are positive and the ones that are negative. So in this case, we have these three numbers that are negative. So let's add those together. Negative 4 plus negative 5. We add them and keep the sign. That's negative 9. And negative 9 plus negative 9 is negative 18. Now we have a positive and a negative, and we have to subtract using the second rule that we learned before. So if we subtract, it's going to be 15, and we choose the sign of the biggest number, which is negative. And that's it. That's our answer. So let's look at this other one. We have negative 4 minus 2. And then we have 6 plus 5. Again, just think about them. Just think about putting positives with positives and negatives with negatives. So negative 4 minus 2, we add them and keep the sign. 6 plus 5, we add them and keep the sign. And now that we have a positive and a negative, we subtract them. 11 minus 6 is 5, and we keep the sign of the biggest number, which in this case is positive. And that's it. Okay, go do some practice. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you in the next video.